Okay viewers, it's the next morning, Friday the 4th of October. Yeah, I'm just left Albury and I've just went to the nearest servo pie face just a bit south of Albury. So I'm probably just in Victoria now, or almost there. I haven't seen Welcome to Victoria yet, so I'm probably not there. But anyway, I'm just outside of Pie Face, just filled up, got myself a big bottle of water, got myself a baked beans, bacon and egg brekkie thingo, pastry thing, I forgot what it's called, and coffee, cappuccino, just to perk me up a bit. And of course I've got my liquid breakfast there, up and go. It's overkill, but whatever. Anyway, so far car's okay. I mean, I'm expecting the barrier light to come back on during the travel, and I expect that the radio and the cigarette lighters will not get the right amount of voltage. But what can I do? I'm just going to have to take it to an auto electrician once I get to Tassie. Main thing is, yeah, alternator's good and the battery's good and the car moves. Right, anyway, little tour of the servo. Not that there's much interesting to see. Alright, anyhow, time to chow down my brekkie and then piss off out of here. Alrighty viewers, I'm now down in Geelong, not too far from the terminal where I'll get on to Spirit of Tasmania. I'm just now at Keith Barclay Oval. Yeah, I pretty much drove nearly practically 4 hours straight from Albury to here. Oh man, I was busting my balls off, so I had to find the nearest dunny. Anyway, so yeah, made it in one piece, and the good news is that battery light indicator in my car did not once go on, so that has really made me happy. Still, I'm gonna book my car into an auto electrician when I get to Tassie just to check everything out there, because I'm still not 100% satisfied. Yeah, because as said, the bloody when the battery light indicator is on, I'm getting less voltage to the cigarette lighter, about 11.7 volts, and the radio switches itself off. So yeah, that bothers me, but I'll get it sorted out. Main thing is I get this car onto the boat and it gets to Tassie and it gets to Dad's place. Alright, so yeah, I'm not going to be getting on the boat till about 4:15 in the arvo, and I think it's roughly about 10 o'clock now, and so yeah, I've got a good 4 hours of leisure time in Geelong. Got a beachfront park nearby. They've got a nice old building over there too. So yeah, I'll hang around. Might break open my metal detector and put it together and do a bit of hunting and do some photography. Whatever's going to pass the time. Anyway, going to be rough weather from my understanding. Yeah, Mum's sent me a warning message. I actually mistaken that for Mum warning me about the double demerits. It actually jogged my memory. So I was going a bit fast as I was leaving Albury. And when I got a bit of Mum's message, I was like, shit, double demerits. But she was just warning me about the severe weather. Anyway, so yeah, I played it careful with my speed coming down here, and yeah, I'm got here in one piece, and now I'm just gonna do what I said I was going to do earlier. Alright, well, see you in the next video wherever I land at. Okay viewers, here I am down at Merv's Reef near Corio Bay foreshore in Geelong. So yeah, I'm just going to do a bit of photography around here. Weather's rough, but it's allegedly the worst of it's actually over apparently. like the weather's going to come good about after 11 o'clock. It's just going to be like cloudy, bit of sunshine in between, so that's good news, like not having rain and all that. So a few days ago it was predicted to be rainy and all that. But anyway, so yeah, I forget what that main park, beach park is called, but it's just down that way. You've got a cruise boat and all that. Yeah, I just keep forgetting names of places. I'm not from here, obviously, so I'm not expected to remember everything. Up there we've got some boats. That's pretty much around where the terminal is, roughly where the terminal is, where I'm going to get on Spirit of Tasmania. But yeah, it's probably out the other. It'll be over on the other side of those boats, anyways. So it's the docking area, industrial area over there. Yeah, just picking up over there is that old house. I think it's called Osborne House. And then behind us where I was previously, Osborne Park. Right. Okay. Well, I think I'll now break open my Sony Handycam and do some zoomer-ins of this area, and yeah, use my Handycam. I haven't used that yet during the trip. I've got some nice roses over here. Fake ones, obviously, but I wonder what they're doing there. Maybe it's a memorial, maybe somebody passed away here. That's my educated guess. Anyway, alright, well, time to grab my Sony Handycam and do a few shots. Yeah, just down here we've got a fish hook. It's a popular fishing spot, obviously. A few rods here, people fishing about. Alright, see you in the next video. Okay viewers, this is my very first video made on my Sony Handycam on this Tassie trip. So yeah, here I am in Geelong at Merv's Reef. Over there is the main park of Geelong. I forgot to look it up on the map, the name of the actual park. But I'm going to go over there a bit later on. Cruise vessel, buildings and all that, shopping centres down that way. That's actually where the park is, where that Ferris wheel is. I keep forgetting, yeah, as I said, I don't know the park name. I forgot to look it up to say what it is in this video, but whatever. Just going along the coastline here. See what further out. So going along the very far reaches of Port Bay. Yeah, I was looking on Google Maps to see if Melbourne is actually visible from here, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Melbourne's, I think, about a good 40 kilometres away from here. And, yeah, it's kind of like over the curvature of the water. I do see something in that distance. Lost focus. So I'm trying to look visually. Do see what looks like a structure. Just right in and see if I can make it out. Viewfinder screen, I can't exactly make it out. industrial zone structures maybe. And we've got a, trying to think what that boat's actually used for. The other side is the Spirit of Tasmania, not visible from here. Alright, well, I'm going to move on, take a few photos. Got my film camera and my digital camera. Still a bit of photography. Okay viewers, just down here at, I think it's, I forgot what the name of this area is called, but anyway, it's a little bit north of Rose Reef. Yeah, I thought I'd just come down here and do a bit of a video because look what's in the bloody sand. Dozens and dozens of golf balls. A few people are enthusiastic of playing golf around here. Yeah, a lot of golf balls. I'll probably count anywhere between 50 and 100 of them, I'm guessing. Yeah, golf balls everywhere. Funny place to find a heap of golf balls. And over that hill is Osborne House, I think that's the name of it. Yeah, I'm guessing maybe the occupants probably like to use the hillside as a driving range and yeah, knock some golf balls over. I don't know, it's just a theory, but I mean, maybe come down here and just swing so I don't care if they lose the golf balls. I'm pretty sure they'd be idiots to have that attitude. Golf ball, I don't think golf balls are exactly that cheap. I haven't played golf in years, so I wouldn't exactly know. I'm just thinking out loud, but anyway, for some reason this area's got a lot of golf balls. Part of me is tempted to just get in there and scoop them up and see if I can sell them off somewhere. But yeah, I don't have time to do that, and I don't exactly want to get myself wet. Anyway, so there we've got some industrial plants of some sort. Once again, I've got those freighter ships over there. Alright, I'm just going to head up the top of this hill to what I believe is called Osborne House. I'm going to take a few photographs. See you there. Okay viewers, here I am outside of Osborne House. It's definitely called Osborne House. I really don't know if I'm allowed to be on this reserve land here outside the house. I don't know, well, I'm just going to do a walk by anyways. I don't know if this is private property and I'm not supposed to be here, but we'll soon find out if somebody calls out to me. But I'm just going to keep at this distance and just do a walk by. So that's the house, although I'd call it a mansion, a manor, something like that. beautiful Victorian era architecture. I'll have to find out about the history of this house. It's definitely, it'd have to date, I'm going to take a wild guess, this will date anywhere between, I don't know, 1840s and 1860s. That's my educated guess. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you probably can walk along here. I mean, it's not fenced off or anything. There's no, I haven't yet seen a private property keep off sign yet. Now here's a much nicer view of the old mansion. There's some old buildings behind it as well. I'd say it'd be probably part of the property. Let's have a look-see. It's actually not, wind's not actually cold today. I'm starting to get hot in this jacket. I was expecting to be ice cold wind. Right. See another old Victorian period building up over that fence there. Zoom her in. Lovely piece of old architecture. Alright. Anyway, that's about it. I'm just going to take a few photos and then head back to my car and move on to that main park. Oh, there's a nice looking tree there too. Alright, well anyway, see you in the next video. Okay viewers, here I am at that waterfront park I was telling you about. I keep on forgetting its name, but just looked it up. It's Geelong Waterfront, that's what it's called. So this is pretty much the main waterfront park in Geelong. Beautiful place to hang out. Lovely beach and scenery, and you got the big Ferris wheel over there. Well, it's not that big compared to the Ferris wheel at Luna Park, but it looks probably nearly this size anyway. But anyway, so yeah, I've just arrived. I'm just gonna go around, take some photos with my film camera and my camera, and shoot some video on my camcorder. Yeah, the weather's coming up beautiful now. I'm really happy. So yeah, come at the right time. It was pretty miserable earlier today. The weather's coming good, so I'm pretty happy. Alright, let's have some fun. Okay viewers, here I am right on Geelong Waterfront Beach. Nice white sanded beach. Ferris wheel. And there's like a Thomas, the tank engine kind of train vehicle going by. So yeah, over in the distance you got some interesting mountain ranges. They're kind of they don't look like that of what I see up in my area. I actually watched a video last night about Melbourne's volcanic history. It's like there used to be active volcanoes around the southern Victoria area, and the last eruption happened like 5,000 years ago. interesting bit of trivia to learn. So yeah, over here we've got a whole bunch of yachts, loads of them, all docked there. Interesting attractions are a bit further that way, but yeah, up there we've got a whole bunch of nice old houses from the Victorian period. Got palm trees too. I can't believe how nice the weather has come today. And it's meant to be forecast to be like, you know, miserable, wet with rain and all that. Apparently earlier this morning was really windy and torrential and all that, but the weather's come good. Nice break in the clouds and blue sky. Couldn't have picked a better time to come down here. So I'm really happy chappy about that. Right. So let's just do a zoom in. I've got some distance. Well, I might move over a bit further. Let's see if I can spot the Spirit of Tasmania from here. Well, it's probably hidden behind all those flagship ships. Yeah, got dead pufferfish down there. Yeah. I feel tempted to go get my metal detector and go for a hunt round here. I think I'll be a bit tight. I'll start my metal detector. I usually average about 3 hours. Anyway, so yeah, up in the distance, once again those mountain ranges. A whole bunch of industrial zones. And those freighter ships that I showed earlier. Let's see if I can even spot the Spirit of Tasmania. It's somewhere in that vicinity. Yeah, can't see it, but oh well. And yeah, once again over there, got a whole shit ton of yachts. Bet they're all owned by pretty well-off people. Yeah, there's that Thomas the Tank Engine vehicle, the other one anyway. So it's actually, so there'll be at least 2 of those vehicles about. Up there is the Ferris wheel. So you've got a nice view of the waterfront beach. Right. Yeah, still pretty windy, but it's not too bad. It's very tolerable. Alright, time to do a bit of photography. See you in the next video. Okay, viewers, heading for, I don't know what direction I am, but maybe eastbound perhaps. Probably northbound. I don't know which way the park is. Anyway, I had more than this direction. And, yeah, there's apartments and there's all interesting things to film. So yeah, throughout this waterfront park, you've got all these wooden figures, which is pretty cool. They look like early 20th century era dressed people. Guy looks a bit like a mafia guy, that guy. And yeah, further up, we've got a whole bunch of surf lifesavers. So yeah, they're dotted all over this waterfront park and on the beach. I photographed one set of them anyways. Got some interesting waterworks up here. It's like a fountain it's like a fountain of sorts. Pavilion over there. I mean, I've watched some tourist videos on this waterfront park, but I've kind of forgotten all the attractions here apart from the Ferris wheel. Anyway, there are the surf lifesavers. Yeah, you got a nice walkway over here. Might as well go on that. Anyway, well, let's get up onto the walkway. And we've got an enclosed beach right here. I guess this walkway also has a grate that prevents sharks from getting in. That's what I'm assuming. Let's go to water view mode. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy a nice stroll along here and take some photographs. Alright, see you next video. Okay viewers, here I am at the top of the high dive tower around this closed walkway loop. So yeah, got a decent view of Geelong. Let's see what we can see from here. So once again, zoom into that mountain range area. I wonder if I can spot Spirit of Tasmania from this height. It's starting to get pretty windy now, eh? Oh well, I'm actually even wondering if I can even be heard on the microphone due to the wind gust. Zoom right in. So that's where the boats are. Still can't exactly see Spirit of Tasmania from here. Nah, it doesn't matter. Anyway. Yeah, that area is where I just been earlier on. That general area. There's that cruise ship. Once again, the catamaran. That's what they're called. Once again, Ferris wheel. Right. Well, I'll take a few shots from up here with my cameras and then, yeah, carry on. See you in the next video. Okay viewers, here I am up on the top of the hill at the, I don't know, the northern end or eastern end of waterfront, Geelong Waterfront. So there's that loop walk there, that loop jetty walk. And yeah, got the pavilion, got the pool down there with the fountain in the middle, which is a nice touch. And over the distance, of course, you've got that Ferris wheel going. So yeah, it's really a nice spot to be. Alright, well, that about wraps up this video series down here. Going to be going and having some lunch. It's starting to become going again. It's becoming incredibly yeah. I've got my hat pretty much tightened up as tight as I can to flow off. Alright, well, time to finish up and go and have some lunch. I think I'm pretty sure there's a restaurant down the there, so alright, see you in the next video, which will be probably when I embark on the Spirit of Tasmania. Alright, see you next video. Okay viewers, here I am on my camcorder this time aboard Spirit of Tasmania. Thought I'd do a few zoom-ins of the distant bay and all that. So yeah, the sky was actually quite spectacular a little bit earlier on. Now the sun's starting to really set, so might as well get a bit of footage while I can before it gets dark. Anyway, off in the distance we've got the I don't know if that's part of Geelong or if that's over the other side of the bay at Sorrento. But we do have anyway, we do have a bit of a rainbow happening. There's a little pan around of that distant range. Just pretty much panning around the distant landscape, seeing what the air's about. There's that ship again. Still forget what its purpose is. And we've got the horizon of the bay. Can't see what's on the other side because of the curvature of the earth. Camera's struggling to focus because it's just a bit of a blur. So nothing sharp to focus on. And now it's focusing on it. Anyway, once again, got the GT Hera freighter ship and the I believe Chinese freighter ship, or it could be Taiwan, I don't know, but it's definitely an Asian freighter ship. It's the Yangtze Dignity. And you've got, I'm guessing, Chinese symbols. Yeah, quite an industrial area this area is. Alright, well, anyway, I'm going to just take some photos while still a bit of daylight left and then, yeah, go have some dinner. See you in the next one. Okay viewers, I've made it on the Spirit of Tasmania safely and my car's in good shape. It's on there too, so yeah, I'm pretty much ready to set sail for Tassie. So here I am in my cabin, pretty much the same as the cabin I got last time, pretty much the same layout. So yeah, 4 bunk beds, bit of cramped space, but who cares? Better than bloody being on a recliner and not having your own privacy. Anyway, of course we've got the bathroom, so shower, sink, dunny, all the basic amenities. Alright, cool. Well, anyways, time to get things sorted out, go onto the deck and have dinner, then hang outside and take photos and all that. Alright, cool. So yeah, see you in the next video. Okay viewers, here I am at the top deck of Spirit of Tasmania. Yeah, had a big downpour of rain, but now it's clearing, and yeah, we've got some beautiful dark skies in the background, cloudy skies, and as you can see behind me, I'm going to see if I can flip over live to the other camera. Can do that. Okay. I haven't really done that before on my mobile phone, but anyway, yeah. Actually, I absolutely love it when the weather's like this after rain. You just got blue sky coming through. You got really dark skies in the distance, and it just looks pretty to me. Anyway, over there we've got a rainbow, bit of a rainbow. I love that glow at the top of the far horizon of Port Phillip Bay. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so here we've got a couple of freighter ships. That one's Yangtze Dignity. That's how it's pronounced, I think. Okay, let's get in. It's close. Yeah, Yangtze Dignity. And judging by the symbols, it's probably a Chinese ship. Over there we've got the GT Hera. Okay. Anyway, yeah. I'm just got my camera out here. I'm taking photos while the weather is the way it is. I'll try and take some photos tonight as the boat is moving. Try and get some good shots in. Pity I've used up all my black and white film. I wouldn't mind taking some shots with that, but oh well. Anyway, over here we've got some sort of plant, industrial plant. Chambers. Don't know what they manufacture, but looks pretty cool anyways. So yeah, this is the pretty much the new location of where Spirit of Tasmania departs from, not Port Melbourne anymore like it has previously done for God knows how many decades. Anyway, it's only been changed over, I think, in 2022 from memory. Alright, well, yeah, anyway, time to take some photos and a few selfies just to share the facey, and then, yeah, then I'm going to have dinner and take more photos and just enjoy the ride. Alright, see you in the next video. Okay viewers, Spirit of Tasmania is now set sail, and yeah, off to Tassie, here we come. Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can take some good night photos. I'm going to have to use a painfully high ISO and put up with the grain in the picture, but yeah, what can I do? Anyway, just on here, got a nice strong Willie Smith Tasmanian bone dry apple cider. It's actually yeah, quite potent, 7.2% alcohol. So now I'm just going to sip on this for a while and take some photos, and if it gets too cold, go down and grab my jacket. Anyway, it's not too bad of a night. Yeah, a bit of patchy, cloudy sky. Otherwise, all good. photos. See you in the next one. Okay viewers, I'm pretty much at the top deck of the Spirit of Tasmania. So it's about as high as I can pretty much go, where I've got access to. Yeah, so you've got a few lifeboats there. I've just showed us the evacuation drill video instructional in the unlikely event that occurs. I sort of watched half of it because I was like outside half the time. Anyway, so yeah, we're moving and pretty much on the way out of Port Phillip Bay, or close to it. I'll have to check my Google Maps. The distance is Geelong. So yeah, I don't know where exactly we are, but we're probably getting close, I'm guessing. I'm going to take a wild guess over there, might be Sorrento, I'm not sure. It's starting to get a bit cool already, so I'm going to have to get my jacket. Anyway, cool. Alright, well, time to go down and grab my jacket, brush my teeth and come back up and do some more photography. Then yeah, later on just retire for the night. Alright, see you next one. Okay viewers, just finished yeah, brushed my teeth and yeah, just fixed myself up. Back up on the deck again, wearing my jacket, enjoying the view. We haven't quite left the bay yet. Don't know when we're going to leave the bay, but I'll have a look at Google Maps to find out. Anyway, how beautiful does the water look, eh? It's quite calm. Only some mild ripples. Some nice night sky with cloud. Gee, that can't be Melbourne, could it? Let's see we're in and find out. It's garbled to me. Yeah. Have to see where I am on Google Maps, but that could be Melbourne. The buildings are torn off. If that's the case, I'm going to take some shots with my 250mm lens. Although I'm going to have to use a super high ISO to capture it. Anyway, yeah, just how great is it? How great is it tonight, eh? Oh, yeah. Haven't really got much more to talk about. Just yeah, what a lovely view. And I'm on top deck. All right, time to take some photos. See you in the next one. Okay, viewers. Yep. That skyline in the distance is definitely Melbourne. Yeah, I was just looking at the map. Pretty much the boat had, Geelong's in this like big bay and all that, so the boat had to sort of come right out into Port Phillip Bay, and pretty much we're within view range of Melbourne. And yeah, got some lightning in the sky too. Tried to capture that, but had no luck. Anyhow, there's Melbourne, but really blurry on video. Not much you could do about that, but Anyway, I've taken a load of shots on my camera. I've set my I literally had to set my camera to the highest ISO available, which is 25,600, and I've sort of tried to, and I sort of lower the shutter speed as lowest as possible to 1/100th of a second, so I can get the best possible picture. Anyway, yeah, it's my camera on. No, it ain't. So yeah, I shot in burst mode, and I was able to get some decent shots here and there. I've taken probably a good 50 to 100 shots, I'm guesstimating. But anyway, they're going to be grainy as fuck when I process them. So I'm just going to have to use my AI denoise tools to fix them as best as possible. But either way, it's a great addition to my photographic collection to do a night shot of Melbourne skyline from a vast distance in Port Phillip Bay. So yeah, ISO 25,600, shutter speed 1/100th, and aperture f5.6. When I'm fully zoomed in, I can't go lower than f5.6, unfortunately. Yeah, just going through them. I've got a shit ton of shots. Alright. Anyway, yeah, I guess we're pretty much out of the Bay of Geelong, and working our way to the mouth of Port Phillip Bay. Yeah. So focusing too good. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, for this video even I've used the highest available ISO on my camera, and I'm shooting at 1/30th of a second, so you can actually see the night sky and Melbourne in the distance. Alright, I think that's it for now. I'm just going to wait till we get to the mouth of the bay and see if there's anything worthy of a photograph, and then afterwards tie to bed. Alright, see you in the next one if I actually do make another video.